Alright, I'm gonna be real with you guys off rip. Character customization is low-key one of my absolute favorite parts of any video game. And I mean that genuinely. If I had to pick one single thing that gets me the most excited going into a new game, it might honestly be the character customization. And it's actually one of the biggest reasons why I love RPG games so much. It's because there's something about building your character exactly the way that you want them to look and feel like that hits completely different from anything else I've experienced in gaming. I can spend an embarrassing amount of time in a character creator before I even touch the actual game, and I have zero regrets about that. So if you're anything like me and you know exactly what I'm talking about, then this video is made specifically for you. Today, we're going deep on everything we can realistically expect from GTA 6's customization, and I think by the end of this, you're going to be just as excited as I am. So stick around, and if you love GTA 6 content, please consider subscribing because we cover absolutely everything on this channel regarding GTA 6 in a completely unfiltered and honest way. And with that being said, let's get into it. So before we actually dive into the specifics, I want to quickly explain how I'm approaching this video because I think that's pretty important, okay? Everything I'm going to talk about is based on three main sources. The first is GTA 5 because I genuinely believe that everything from GTA 5 in terms of customization is carrying over into GTA 6 and then being expanded on significantly. The second being Red Dead Redemption 2, because a lot of people slept on how deep the customization actually got in that game, and Rockstar has clearly been taking ideas from it and bringing it into GTA 6. And the third is everything that we have actually been able to see in GTA 6 screenshots and trailers, because if you actually go and sit down and look through these screenshots carefully, there is so much detail in the background and the characters, as well as the main cast, that tells you a lot about what is actually coming, at least in terms of customization. So that is the foundation of what we're working with, and I think that it paints a pretty exciting picture, to be quite honest with everybody. Alright, so let's start with tattoos, because this is genuinely one of the things that I'm the most excited about personally. GTA 5 had tattoos and they were awesome, you know? You could go full sleeves, face tattoos, neck tattoos, basically cover your entire character from head to toe if you wanted to, and I absolutely did want to. My GTA Online character was completely covered head to toe, and that is coming back in GTA 6 without any doubt in my mind. But here is what is actually new and what really caught my attention when I was going through the screenshots. Finger tattoos. Multiple characters, including Brian and Booby Ike, were visibly rocking finger tattoos in the screenshots. And that's genuinely a big deal because GTA 5 had hand tattoos, but not specifically finger tattoos. And I kind of want to tell you guys something a little personal here, but finger tattoos are kind of something I'm obsessed with. And it's actually one of the first tattoos that I want to get in real life. So, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work, but I've been thinking about it for a long time. And if we actually hit 50,000 subscribers on this channel one day, I might go ahead to Vice City and get tattooed over there and get Vice tatted on my fingers. But anyways, getting ahead of myself. But yeah, anyways, it hits a little different for me because I cannot wait to have that on my character from day one. So staying in the same area of hands and fingers, rings are coming back as well. And now to be clear about that, rings were not really in GTA 5, but they were added in Red Dead 2's online. They were actually one of my favorite features that they added because you were actually able to have Dutch's rings from the story mode on your character and just have a bunch of different variety of rings with skull rings that cover like all four fingers. It was really cool, and I'm personally glad that that's coming back in GTA 6 because being able to combine finger tattoos with rings is gonna be really awesome. And I don't know, maybe I'm just obsessed with like fingers and all of that, but yeah, I think that's gonna be an amazing feature and add so many unique different looks to people and your hands. It sounds like a small thing to maybe some of you, but if you're someone that cares about details and how your character looks, it will make a huge difference. And from what we can see in the screenshots, it looks like the ring options are going to be really varied and interesting, which is all I could really ask for, honestly. Now let's talk about face customization because this is where things start getting pretty damn crazy in a really good way, alright? Eye customization is coming back, pretty sure about that, and I could not be happier about it personally. Black eyes have been my go-to for as long as I can remember in GTA 5, and I'm absolutely going to be rocking that again. But beyond that, there's actually a real possibility that for the first time ever, we might be able to change the eye color of Jason and Lucia in single player using contacts. That was always kind of an online thing before, so it's not technically confirmed, but I think the chance is there, and I think that would be an incredible addition to single player. And on top of that, we also have fake eyelashes now, and that's going to be a thing based on what we saw from Roxy from the Real Dimes, who is clearly wearing them in multiple shots. So eyelash extensions confirmed, and also nose rings are also confirmed, which is a cool addition, as well as just having earrings and stuff that we've had in GTA 5. The level of detail that they are putting into the faces and face customization in this game are on a completely different level than anything Rockstar has ever done before. Hell, even anything that other games have done before. Another thing that's a completely brand new addition is grills. This is something that several characters are visibly rocking in the screenshots, and I'm absolutely here for that, you know? I love the idea of being able to put on a full set of grills on your character. You know, I think that's going to add so much extra flair to your character, and I really hope that they give us a variety of different styles, because if they include vampire grills or actual fang options, I would be wearing that in a heartbeat without any question. But it goes even deeper than just grills, because from everything we're seeing, it looks like you're going to be able to have full teeth customization in GTA 6. And this isn't an entirely new thing for Rockstar either, because in Red Dead 2 Online, you actually have the option to change your teeth in different ways already. So I think that they're going to take that concept and expand on it significantly. And what is really interesting is the possibility of individual tooth customization, where you could choose to have one specific gold tooth or silver tooth, who knows, right? Like on its own. Because Booby Ike actually seems to be hinting at something like that, because in some of the shots you're actually able to see him have like one gold tooth. So if this is an actual feature that you as the player could do, I think that would be awesome, to be quite honest. Alright, now we're going to talk about the hair, and we need to talk about that a lot, okay? Because honestly, the hair in GTA 6 might be the most impressive thing I have seen in any video game in a really long time. The variety of styles alone is already mind-blowing. We're talking about curly hair, straight hair, long hair, short hair, dreads of all different types. We're going to have braids, pretty much all of the hairstyles that you're able to have in real life. If you've ever seen it in real life, then there's a good chance it's going to be in the game. But what really takes this to another level is the physics, like always. The hair in GTA 6 actually moves dynamically and realistically in the wind, from what we saw in the trailer. And it's also going to probably react to water, react to mud, and it's going to behave in a way that just feels completely natural. And I love having long hair on all of my characters, so the idea of seeing it move and flow in a realistic way is something that I'm genuinely excited about, and something that I haven't seen in another game, I don't think. I also have this theory that would absolutely be incredible if it turns out to be true. In Red Dead 2 single player, you could customize Arthur's facial hair by trimming the chin, the mustache, and the sideburns individually. So my question is, why not apply that same concept to actual haircuts and let us choose the length of our sides, the top, and the back independently? I feel like that would give so many options and variety to all the hair that you could have in the game. I would love to see that. And on the topic of face and hair customization, I also want to spend a moment talking about makeup specifically, because it's clearly going to have a massive part in the game. Alright, especially for the girlies out there. If you just look at Roxy or Baylux in the screenshots, you can already see a tremendous amount of variety in the makeup and styles. The options that are going to be available seem like they're going to be almost endless, you know? We have different lip colors, different eye makeup, different styles altogether. I think the makeup is going to be one of those things that people take super seriously in GTA 6. And I think a lot of people are going to underestimate it until they actually get into the game and see how deep it actually goes. I also wonder if makeup options are going to be available for male characters as well, because, I think that'd be interesting and an inclusive addition. But regardless, the female character customization in terms of makeup and hair alone is already looking more detailed and varied than anything we've seen in a Rockstar game before. Hell, any other game in general, like I've said it before. And I think it's going to be a really big deal for a lot of players, but especially for the girls out there. Alright, now let's talk about the jewelry and clothing systems, which, by the way, probably deserve their own dedicated video, but let's just talk about some things that really stood out to me in this regard. So, in GTA 5, there were certain chains and necklaces that were just not compatible with certain clothing items, and it was honestly really annoying to me, because if you had like a vision for an outfit, the game just wouldn't let you put it together. And that problem seems to be completely gone in GTA 6. Your jewelry now seems to stay on your character regardless of what you're wearing over it. So if you have like a long sleeve shirt or a jacket over a watch or a bracelet, the jewelry is still going to be there, and you could actually see it poking out from under the sleeve. And you can see this in one of the screenshots with Booby Ike. And it just looks amazing in my opinion. It looks super clean, and I'm so glad they finally fixed that issue. And beyond that, you can now also stack multiple chains from what it looks like at the same time, which is something we've never really had before, where now you're able to have multiple chains, rings on every finger, bracelets, watches, and all of it is going to layer together with the clothes and other jewelry. So you can combine all of that with clothing, with a new layering system that clothing looks like it's going to have, which looks way more advanced than Red Dead 2, because Red Dead 2 gave us fit combinations, but now it seems like the combinations are truly going to be limitless. So when I sit back and look at everything that we just covered together, it's honestly a little overwhelming, but in the best possible way. You have the tattoos, the finger tattoos specifically, the rings, the grills, the teeth customization, the face details, the hair physics, the makeup, the jewelry layering, and the entire clothing system is looking insane. All of it is combined to make GTA 6 the most customizable game Rockstar has ever made by a massive margin. And I genuinely think that fashion and character customization is going to be one of the biggest parts of GTA 6 Online. It's something that I already love doing in GTA 5 and Red Dead 2, where we take in-game photos and show them, and show off different fits and stuff like that. And I really want to make that a bigger thing in the channel going forward. So big shout out to the Discord as well, because if you're not there yet, we actually post pictures of our characters and all that other stuff if that's something that you're interested in, and just talking about all things GTA or Rockstar related. But now I want to hear from you guys. Drop a comment below what customization feature you're the most excited for, or what you would like to see that maybe was not covered in the video. I want to hear from you guys. And with all that being said, stay healthy, stay safe, and I will see you guys in Vice City.